The rhythmic, sterile beep of the cardiac monitor was the only honest sound in the room. Lucas, my son, lay under a white sheet, his face a landscape of violet bruising. The surgeon's words had been concise, brutal, minimal chance of meaningful recovery. My wife, Clara, had left 10 minutes ago, her voice cracking for the benefit of the family she was calling. Performing grief. I sat alone. I picked up Lucas's jacket from the chair, a reflex of fatherhood, needing to impose order on this chaos. As I folded the denim, a thick, sealed envelope slipped from the inner pocket. It was heavy, not a letter, but a package. My name, simply written, in his handwriting. I tore the seal. Inside was a single, folded sheet of paper. His careful script seemed to swim before my eyes. Dad, if you're seeing this, it means I failed. The crash wasn't an accident. I never intended to go this far, but she left me no choice. My heart did not pound. It seized, becoming a cold, solid stone in my chest. She, the note continued, detailing a meticulous 6-month campaign of silent observation. Lucas hadn't been focused on college applications. He had been focused on her. He wrote of late-night files deleted from the home server, hushed phone calls, a secret trip to the safety deposit box. He hadn't been trying to expose a simple affair. He was trying to stop a systematic dismantling of my company, a slow-motion financial strangulation that she had orchestrated for years, waiting for the right moment to empty the reserves and vanish. He described his final desperate move. He'd left a decoy file on her encrypted drive, a virtual tripwire. It contained just enough to panic her into believing he was about to go to the authorities. His note explained the collision. It wasn't a random drunk driver. It was a panic-driven, calculated move she made to silence him, or at least incapacitate him long enough to clean up her trail. He was trying to flee to the police when she intercepted him. I stood, holding the note, the ICU's fluorescent light pressing down on the exposed truth. I saw her face again, the perfect mask of the grieving mother, the carefully staged tears. She hadn't been performing grief for the family, she had been performing grief for me, a final act of manipulation before she disappeared. I walked out, not to the police, not yet. I went to the location he specified in the note, a tiny, hidden folder buried deep inside the family photo backup drive. There it was, the unvarnished truth. Decades of data logging, offshore accounts, forged signatures. My wife hadn't just betrayed me, she was a corporate parasite who had lived under my roof, wearing my name while slowly draining my lifeblood. And she had traded our son's life for her freedom. I returned to the sterile quiet of the hospital, the envelope back in my pocket. Clara was there, back from her calls, sitting by Lucas, hand resting on his motionless arm. She looked up, her eyes wide, expectant. I walked to the end of his bed. My voice was a soft, dry whisper that belonged only to us. "Clara," I said, "I just finished reviewing the Q2 reports. Did you really think I wouldn't notice the transfer of $73 million to the Cayman Trust? Or did you just forget about the small, unlogged payment of $300,000 to the driver who hit him?" Her hand flew from Lucas's arm. The composure snapped like dry timber. Her face emptied, the color leaching out, replaced by a pure animal terror. The beautiful, grieving mask dissolved, revealing the calculating monster beneath. She opened her mouth to speak, to lie, to beg. I didn't wait. I took out my phone and held it to my ear, ensuring the speaker was just loud enough. "This is a call to the lead investigator. I have the evidence. A notarized document detailing the systematic theft from the foundation accounts, and a signed statement regarding the intentional vehicular assault on my son. I also have the source of the funds used to pay the driver." I ended the call and slipped the phone into my jacket. Clara sat rigid, a statue of ruin. Her carefully constructed world had imploded, not with a bang, but with the cold, measured sound of a voice on a phone line. I looked at Lucas, his chest rising and falling to the rhythm of the machine. I had failed to protect him from the accident, but I would not fail him in the aftermath. The tears were done. The calculation had begun.